Hi all, Kieran here again. Hope you're all good. This is another video reply to conference report. Hi again, conference report. This video is a reply to your video conference report, which was called the community delusion, where you talked about the issue of YouTube vlogging, the YouTube vlogging community, also referred to as the YouTube atheist community quite often. I can't remember if you referred to it as that on this video of yours. Anyway, I should apologise because I was contributing regularly to your U-Doubled site a year or two ago, which was a very good initiative. But I think in the last video I did on there, you replied that what I was talking about a democratic vlog site, which obviously U-Double was to some degree. But you pointed out that the way I was describing what I wanted sounded like a site that already exists, called Vloggerheads, which you thought maybe, you didn't make any specific complaints about Vloggerheads, but you thought that kind of thing. Vloggerheads is basically a representative democracy. You seem to think that sort of thing was a bit maybe bureaucratic and sort of maybe statist. You seem to be going for more of a crowdsourcing kind of thing, where we all kind of do our hosting websites and kind of mix things around, which was an interesting model. But anyway, ever since you did that, you kind of you made me want to go on Vloggerheads. But I went away from vlogging for I think 5 months there. But when I came back, I joined Vloggerheads and haven't loaded as many videos on there as I should have. Probably I've loaded all my videos onto YouTube. But anyway, I'm doing everyone in parallel now. This video will be on both YouTube and Vloggerheads. Vloggerheads seems to have a rich benefactor or something, because they seem to have plenty of bandwidth for people to upload videos, and don't see any sign of adverts on there, and it's, as I say, a representative democracy. So if you don't like the way the site is structured, you have a way of changing it. You have a voice. I haven't got involved in the Vloggerheads community much yet, so I can't really be sure that it's really a democracy, I suppose, but it seems on face value to be a democracy. But anyway, I don't know if you said that you like community in your video conference report. Well, you seem to be talking about it. I mean, I don't know, as a human being, I'm assuming you sort of think that a community is a good way of humans to sort of arrange themselves. So I gotta say, Vloggerheads is definitely more of a community than YouTube, because I mean, it's a smaller thing, but people kind of know each other. And it's not like it's a really little backwater compared to YouTube, if you think of it in terms of the vlogging, private sort of vloggers. I mean, yeah, YouTube's got some big channels and stuff, but in terms of us sort of punters, you kind of get similar numbers of views on Vloggerheads that you get on YouTube. I mean, for me, I've been getting more views on Vloggerheads than on YouTube, but I'm only getting like 20 views or whatever on my vids on YouTube. So yeah, basically Vloggerheads, that's all I really want to say, is that people who don't know about Vloggerheads and are watching this on YouTube, Vloggerheads seems to be superior to YouTube for what I'm looking for. It doesn't have adverts on it, and it is democratic to a degree, or maybe to a great degree. I think there are some owners of the site, but they seem to be reasonably hands-off. Well, last point, conference report. You say in your video something like, "Oh, people like." You said at some point. I know your videos can pretty off the cuff, so I shouldn't make too much of this. But you did say something like, "People really like to be told what to do," and I really don't feel that. I mean, I don't feel that for myself, for sure. But I'm not sure. It's kind of arguably not true of people in general. I think people yeah, people do often respect authority and act like sheep. I shouldn't insult sheep because sheep are just scared of us because we're murderous animals. But they act like zombies and all following each other. Yeah, people do that, but there's also another side of people which really hate that. They hate being told what to do, really kick back against it. Especially the people who make vlogs, they seem to be more sort of libertarian minded than most people. So didn't want to let that statement sort of stand. Anyway, good to reconnect with you. Talk to you soon, mate. All the best. I just thought of the last couple of points. Yeah, you said, as I said earlier, that loggerheads might be kind of laborious and kind of bureaucratic, but just to be clear, when if you actually vlog on it, you don't have to interact with any of that stuff. You don't have to vote or anything. So it's really just like YouTube in the sense that it's just provided for you, and you don't have to get involved at all. Also, to be clear, you said that a lot of your video was just about community in general. Just the definition of community? Can you have an online community? I don't have a hugely strong opinion about this. It's really down to the semantics of the word community to me, and yeah, I think probably something like the YouTube vlogging community is a kind of borderline case of a community or not. But yeah, to just do a kind of last plug for Vloggerheads, basically, Vloggerheads is, by any definition I could think of, more of a community. People know one another. The moderators are on there. They kind of know each other. It's fun. I can see like the people in authority on there, to the extent they have authority, are vloggers kind of thing. It's a community of vloggers, whereas YouTube is increasingly a kind of big entertainment site that's trying to sort of replace TV, with a new TV, of which like kind of private people sounding off for their opinions and interacting with one another is a small part, or some sort of part of it. And also, yeah, you don't, just be clear, you can as I'm doing, just do parallel, work on both sites, so you don't lose anything by joining a site like Vloggerheads, or some other site I've not heard of that's also democratic, maybe. Because yeah, probably with YouTube marginalizing vloggers, seems possible there's a lot of other sites like Vloggerheads out there that I'm not aware of. Anyway, yeah, all the best.